Okay, so I have Gypsy Rose with me today, and she is actually about ready to go to her forever home, and she's excited. She's excited and she's still kind of wet. We blow dried her, but she's still just a little damp. So, you and me, right? You and me, us, we want to kind of touch on, and I know that this is a very, very, very touchy subject for some people, about breeders and adoption. So this is, disclaimer, my view. This is what I think. And if you have any nasty or snide comments about breeders, breeding, adoption, any of that stuff, don't even bother watching the rest of this video. If you are dead set in just filling the world with hate because, where was I? I had an alarm on my phone go off, I'm sorry. But if you're just so 100% tunnel vision about adoption, then I, in all honesty, am not here to go back and forth between adoption or breeding or breeders and all that. And what my view is that I grew up really, really in a poor household. Just to kind of give you some background, and we were the most happy, loving family ever. We were never into breeding. I was not brought up into a breeding family or a breeding environment. We always had just the local stray dog, or we went to the local adoption agency. So I've had you're nervous. I've had my share growing up of adopting and just helping the local dogs around the street, or anybody who had a litter of puppies who wasn't able to take care of puppies. So please be responsible and spay and neuter. Don't breed a dog just because you think it's cute to maybe have one litter. That's something that you talk to people about, because there are people who do breed, and I wouldn't even call them breeders. I say that they do it to overpopulate and to just do it for money, and that makes me sick. There are different kinds of breeders. I've met many, many, many wonderful breeders. There are easygoing breeders who I like, very, very open-minded. And then there are those hardcore breeders who are for the standard, right to the T. And my respects for you guys too. I am kind of an in-between, where I do love the breed standard. I raise German Shepherds, but I also don't demonize the misfits. And when I say the misfits, I mean like the colors that the German Shepherds come in. There are colors that are looked down upon. There are colors that most people are not happy with, like a solid white, silver German Shepherds. I know there's pandas, livers, Isabellas, blues. There's a bunch of different colors, and I have had litters with a majority of those colors, but they are the same kind of dog. They have the same traits, the same personalities. The only difference is that they're just a different color. So I've been on both sides of this road. I've been where we do adoption and just help like local pets, hey mom, I brought home a puppy, or hey mom, a dog followed me home. And then I've also come to the side where I do the breeding. Now, one size does not fit all, and I want to make that absolutely clear. I am 100% for people looking to help the dogs and puppies in shelters. I do not say don't do that. That is something that is a personal choice for you. If you decide to go to a breeder, please make sure you do your background checks, your homework, talk to the breeders. Anybody who has ever bought a puppy from me what? Knows that I don't sell puppies to everybody I talk to. I do not. I do a screening with the people that that are potentially people who buy a puppy from me. What? Now, I have had people who have reached out to me, and they are the nicest people ever. But I have people who reach out and tell me, hey, I'm on a fixed income. What's the cost of taking care of a puppy? And again, like I said, those are the nicest people that I ever talked to. But my priorities are to have these puppies in a home that is stable enough to be able to get them vet care, food, and not just love and a forever home, but they need to be able to financially take care of a puppy. I mean, love is a great thing to have when you are looking for a puppy, but if you are struggling to take care of yourself, you do not want to put a puppy in that predicament, because it could cause stress on you. What? Are you getting dry now? And that's something that you don't want. You don't want to turn something happy into something that is going to cause stress. Or if you and a family member, or you or your partner, or you or your spouse aren't on the same page with getting a puppy, wait. Don't jump the gun and get a puppy and then start fighting and arguing and, you know, making the situation worse. That turns to anger and hatred toward the puppy, where the puppy is innocent. So that goes for adoption or breeding. But I just want everybody to know, because I do get messages on, you know, my social media. I hate breeders. Well, you know what? Whenever you say stuff like that, it reflects what kind of person you are. You know, if somebody disagrees with breeding or is really strongly feeling about adoption, say it in a manner that reflects you a little bit better, instead of going around and spreading hate and spreading messages and using somebody else's social media to spread your message. I mean, I prefer, if you do not like breeders and you want to leave a comment, do it in a positive manner. You know, I prefer people looking for helping, you know, in adoption. I have no problem with that. But when people start leaving messages about hating, and I mean, there is, in all honesty, so much hate in this world that I don't want to hear it. I don't want to be a part of it. I'm not going to go back and forth about it. Right, Gypsy Rose? Right? Everybody has their opinion. But in all honesty, if somebody goes on to social media and actually leaves a message like, I hate this or I hate that, in all honesty, I would hate for you to have a, not just a puppy, but any kind of pet. Because a person who will hold on to that anger and express it to people who they don't even know, to me, is just a ticking time bomb who's just wanting to explode. And they're looking for an outlet. They're looking for a target. So I want everybody to know that in my thinking and my thoughts, that getting a puppy from a breeder or a puppy from a shelter is a personal decision, and it's one that you have to take in consideration. Some pets from shelters have been through, I'm going to say, a rough time, and they do deserve a second chance. But not every family is going to be able to take care of a dog or a puppy like that, because they're going to need extra care. They're going to need extra attention, and believe me, they deserve it. But if you have, let's say, little kids who are around a puppy, and you put a puppy who's been traumatized or abused or neglected, or a puppy that's again going to need some more attention and care, you don't want to put a puppy in that position. You don't want to put your kids in that position where somebody's going to accidentally grab an ear and get bit. Okay? You're going to turn that loving and warm feeling toward that puppy that you had just adopted into, why did I do this? You just bit my kid. You know, if it's like a new puppy and they haven't been through trauma, adopt and they will be loving with kids. There are older dogs too. There are so many dogs that haven't gone through trauma in that, but you just never know. So you have to make a decision on your own. And I do talk to people about adoption. I mean, some people reach out to me and they're like, I am so diehard adoption, but I wanted to see what a breeder does with puppies. And I will talk to them. There is never, ever, ever any pressure to buy a puppy. You know, if you get a puppy from me, or if you get a puppy from adoption agency, or if you just get a puppy from somewhere else, the most important thing is you're happy with your choice and you're happy with your puppy. All right? You need to make sure that you are able to take care of that dog's needs, that puppy's needs. If you're not sure of the temperament, or if you're not sure of the background, or do investigating, ask, you know, at an adoption agency, what's the history on this dog or this puppy? I need some more information. Don't just jump the gun because you see a dog and you're like, oh, that's a pretty dog. No, you need to make sure that the dog is able to fit into your lifestyle. You know, I have German Shepherds. They're large breed dogs. So they are going to have different needs than, let's say, a Shih Tzu or a Chihuahua. They definitely are going to be different than having the needs of like a Great Dane or something. So you need to, number one, do your research on the dog that you're looking for, what kind of size, what your needs are, and then you need to think seriously about the needs of the dog or the puppy that you're going to be getting, whether it be adoption or from a breeder. And when you do your my goodness, it's so early in the morning. When you do your information looking, there's a word for it. Oh my God, I can't think of it right now. When you do your research, yes, when you do your research, make sure that you talk to your breeder. Make sure that the breeder is able to do one-on-one video calls. You know, have questions, ask questions, you know. I know a lot of breeders that are overwhelmed with a lot of stuff, so they don't really have time to sit down and talk with people. And hey, you know, that's okay. Every breeder has their different stuff and their different, you know, ways of dealing with everybody. But if I am at the moment busy, I will absolutely answer a message and say, hey, this time doesn't work for me. Let's try to find something that does. I just want to, again, reach out and let everybody know that one size, again, doesn't fit all. And I'm going to keep saying that. One size doesn't fit all. You know, adoption or breeder, it is a choice that you need to make first and foremost that's best for you. Yes, because it's going to be you. You don't want to rescue a puppy or a dog and then have it be the biggest mistake that you've made and put the puppy or dog through more trauma. No, you don't. You don't want to get a dog from a breeder and it be the wrong kind of dog, and then you don't love it or you don't care for it, or the grooming gets impossible and you abandon it. So it's the same thing. It's the two sides of the coin. You know, it's the same road, one way and one way, whether it be adoption or breeding. I just definitely want to say that I don't like, and this is me, I don't like people who have a one-track mind and aren't open or able to see both ways. I mean, I talk to a lot of people who are just diehard breeder. I talk to people who are just a lot of diehard adoption, you know, and I let them know, hey, it's your choice. It's what you want to do. It's what you are, you know, you're an adult, and it's so easy to throw around negativity. Yes, negativity. Yes, but I just want to kind of sit and just talk about that just for a minute. I mean, there's people who can go on and have conversations and conversations on it, but in the end, mama, she's ready to go. She's dry now. She dried off on me. But Gypsy Rose and me are definitely wanting everybody to know that hate is not good. Hate, it's just something that is so easy to, like I said, to hate is just too easy to give out. You know, I just wish people who do have that strong kind of passion for, you know, things will just do it in a better mannerism. And with that, we're about ready to hit the road. Gypsy Rose is just kind of here, kind of being my support and emotional dog. I needed hugs and attention while I'm making this video, because again, it is a very, very touchy subject. It is. And you know, for people who look at this video, I mean, there are going to be people who probably look at this video only and leave so many comments, but go back and look at my other videos. You know, definitely look at my program. I am not a high money making breeder. I am not a backyard breeder. I am a breeder who is very educated on what I do. I am a breeder who loves my breed. I love my German Shepherds. All of my German Shepherds are pets and companions and part of my household first and foremost. That is important. I only take care of what I can handle. I don't ever have litters coming out all the time. And you know, there are people who have great support teams in that who can do that. But me, this is why I breed. This is what it's for. I have Gypsy Rose here. She is going to a home where I have another, a couple who have another one of my dogs, Zelda. And I just try to spend so much time with my puppies to make sure that they have a great start in life. And with that, what do you think? We'll say bye-bye and then we'll get on the road. Don't be sad. Don't be sad. This is just a conversation that, you know, has got to be had. You know, adoption or breeding. You know, what do you think? What are your comments? Please, in all honesty, please leave constructive comments. I mean, if you're going to leave a hate comment, don't even bother. Don't waste your 3 or 4 seconds typing a comment that I'm just going to delete, because I'm not even going to go back and forth with that. This is just my way of thinking, and yeah. All right. I'm going on and on. I'm rambling. I'm a rambler. All right. So I will see you all in the next video. We are going to get ready to go on the trip, and yeah, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.